YouTube, what's up? Back again for another daily fishing video here on Andrew Upshaw Fishing. Hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's video. I walked you through a few of the new products at Strike King for 2022. A couple of those guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I think are going to be tournament winners. More specifically, the Chick Magnet and the 6XD Hard Knock. I actually think the 6XD Hard Knock is going to be one of the very best baits that we've released. And it's so simple concept, but it is definitely effective. If you know anything about fishing the grass, throwing lipless crankbaits, that one knocking sound makes a humongous difference. I think you're going to see the exact same translation when it comes to deep cranking. Today, though, is going to a video that's going to address a question I get all the time. How do I design the colors of my bass boat? You know, when you're picking out bass boat colors, it can be really difficult, especially if you're buying a new boat. Even when you're buying a used boat, because you want to find one that fits exactly what you're looking for. So, a lot of things go into considerations whenever I'm trying to figure out what color bass boat I want or what I need for the next year. It sometimes depends on what sponsors I have and things like that. So that's one big determining factor. Another big determinant factor is the boat going to be wrapped or not? You know, and a lot of times my boat isn't wrapped. I run a boat that's not wrapped. So my ear is just out there laying naked. No big deal. So I want it to look good. I want it to feel good, you know. So having a really dark boat sometimes attracts a lot of heat. But we're going to dive all into that right here on the Basscat website. They actually have this thing called a Dream Builder. So if you go to basscat.com, you go up here to the menu button, and there's a little tab here called Dream Builder. You click on this, and you can actually design the exact colors of your bass boat. I implore you to do this for a couple reasons, even if you're buying a used boat, because you can really see color patterns, you can really adjust things and see exactly what you're looking for. I used to do this as a kid on a couple different other websites. I literally would spend hours just building bass boat colors because I just thought it was one of the most fascinating things out there is that I could be interactive and build these colors of bass boats. So today I'm going to walk you through building my 2022 bass boat, so my new one. So the cool thing about this is you can see all the colors on all four sides. You know, you've got your more gel coat colors here, more extreme colors, kind of like what I like to go with on my stripes. You've got your more traditional gel flakes, or not gel flakes, metal flakes up top and on the bottom. And then you have the blacks with a lot of different flake colors, whether it be blue, silver, orange, red, purple, you name it. So let's build my 2022 bass boat. I'll have an era right here. It has a Lynx, but I will have an era because that's just what I like to run. So let's jump right on into this. The very first thing that I start with is the hull. The hull is going to be this big section right through here. And this year's boat, the 2021 boat, was silver mist. So it was a big, bright silver boat. I can tell you how many people told me they could see me from a mile away because of the silver boat, and for one other reason, my console is lime green. So people could see me from just forever away. So it was pretty cool. But I don't think I'm going to run a silver boat in 2022. So let's look at what other colors there are. You got Remington Mist, which happens to be a little more of a blue tint. And I don't think I'm going to go the blue direction this year. The slate is really cool. I had a slate boat. It's been a few boats back, but it was definitely one of my favorites. So for the sake of this video, let's just run the slate. It's a darker, it's kind of in between, like a dark gray. I just really like that color. It doesn't show a lot of dirt, which is a big deal. And it's still not solid black, so it's not going to draw a bunch of heat. So we're going to run slate on that. So here's what they call the boot, or the underside of the boat. As you can tell, you can add a lot of different colors. You can add green and white and whatever, maroon, victory red, rage red. You can run a bunch of different colors. I think at one point I actually almost pulled the trigger on the green bottom on my last year's boat. So I don't think I'm going to do it. And I'll tell you why. And maybe it's a superstition of mine, but I still believe that a black bottom boat, it definitely doesn't spook the fish. It's not bright. It's not crazy. I feel like maybe a white bottom or a green bottom or a red bottom might spook them a little bit. So I always keep the boot of my Basscat black, solid black. I think it makes a big deal. Then I go to my hull insert, which this is going to be the main stripe, and I'll pick a color just so you can kind of see the example of what that's going to be. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm really leaning a little blue this year. I've been running green the last few, and green's been fantastic. But I might run blue. I don't know. I can't decide. Green has definitely been my deal. So for the sake of this video, I will keep it green just because that's what I've always run. So here's the trim. This is the next step of what I go to. The trim is what's going to outline the green stripes. So in this case, I could go like black and silver, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're dealing with, where the trim's actually going to go. I could go the slate, so I could actually match it to the exact color, and the pins will actually still be black around the slate, so it still kind of gives it a 3D look, and that's probably what I'll go with. So we'll go with that. This is insert 2. You can, for here, I'll just pick this Wimbledon white so you can see where that is. So that's like this front cap, and there I always make that the exact same color as my hole. Just always how I've done it. I know people who make that a different color, maybe like a silver mist, and it kind of gives the boat a two-tone look. That's just not what I go for whenever I'm designing a boat. I want it to kind of look symmetrical and nice and clean and cut. It's just something I've always wanted. Let's see, we're insert 1. Let me make sure here. Okay, so that's the main stripe. Okay, so insert 1. So here we are, cap. So my top cap, once again, you can make it a couple different colors. You can go the route of making it a two-tone. You can make it a silver, like it is here. You can make it solid white. I know a lot of guys that like that solid white look with that slate or with that dark gray. For me, I make it the same color as the boat. That's just what I do. And this is kind of closely resembling a lot of the boats that I've had, but this is just the way that I like them. Now, this is where the cool part comes in. Beyond this, actually, I always go dark gray, ash carpet. It's not as gray as it looks in the picture. That's the only difference. The boat actually turns out almost identical to the way it is here, but the carpet is a little bit darker on here than it is in person. So I always go the dark gray. It doesn't show as much, doesn't show as much dirt, sand, any of that stuff. It's actually really easy to clean, too, which I think is a big deal. Seats are really cool, though. You can actually design your seat based off the way you color your boat, but you want to obviously color your boat first, so you kind of have an idea of what you're dealing with. I really like that liquid silver on a lot of different things, and then I'll actually make the green here. I'll do, let's see, I actually do that. And then we'll make that green. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I love green seats. I think they're awesome. I know not everybody likes them. But guys, I think I get as many compliments on my green seats as anything. So we'll just, for the sake of this, we'll just leave it there with the green seats. As you can tell, the green is like just busting out at the seams. It looks good. It's kind of crazy, but that's what I like. It's crazy. So mini bolt, this is a feature right here, and I can change it to black. I can make it black, or I can make it the same color as the boat. For the sake of this, I'll just make it the same color as the boat. The Radiance package, this is a bonus package. You can add, I could add red to this. You actually have to adjust this back, but I can add red where the mini bolt is red, this little back trim's red, and my console's red. Well, for here, I always do that. And then I'll change this back to slate. So as you can tell, I've got a double green stripe on the back right here. My console is now green, and back here is all matching green. So everything looks really, really good. Like I said, my console, I could actually turn it back to ash if I wanted to. And then my fenders are already the right color. And there we go, guys. There's my boat for 2022. It is 2022. And that would be probably one that I would go with, not going to lie. I know it's a lot of green, and maybe it is too much green for some people. But I'm telling you, you can design these boats any which way you like. You can get an idea of exactly what you want. That way, whenever you do go to your dealer, or you call up a dealer and say, hey, I want to order a Bass Cat, that you have an idea of exactly what they're talking about when they say, okay, What do you want here? What do you want there? What do you want on your nose cap, your hole insert, and things like that. And then what I'll do is I'll actually go to my preview. I get a full view of the boat. I get a good backdrop so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And guys, I love it. And a lot of times what I'll do then is I'll actually just screenshot this whole page. That way I know exactly what colors go with everything that I want. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this walkthrough. It's not necessarily just some big boat push for Bass Cat, but more importantly, give you an idea of how you need to go buy your next boat. Whether it's used or brand new, it doesn't matter. I literally did the same thing when I was building my boats. Actually, I think I used Ranger's website because they were at the time they were the only ones that had that interactive building application built into their website. And I would go through there and I would build different colors of boats to have an idea of what I needed to look for when I was buying a used boat. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this walkthrough of the Bass Cat boat, or Dream Builder is what actually was called. So hope y'all enjoy it, and I'll see y'all on the next video.